What if the car sitting in your driveway right now has a hidden countdown timer, not for its next oil change, but for a mechanical failure so predictable, it's practically scheduled? What if the brand you paid a premium for, the one you trusted, has a secret that's been draining the bank accounts of thousands of owners just like you? This isn't about random bad luck. This is about patterns. Patterns we've uncovered by sifting through thousands of technical service bulletins, NHTSA complaints, and your very own horror stories. Welcome to our investigation into 15 car brands and the one common problem that haunts them. We're starting our countdown today with part 1, focusing on brands 15 through 11. Let's start the countdown. Kicking off our list at number 15 is Jeep, a brand synonymous with American adventure and capability. But for owners of models like the Wrangler JK and JL and the Grand Cherokee, their adventure is often punctuated by a very specific and very expensive heartbreak: the 3.6L Pentastar V6 engine oil cooler failure. This isn't an isolated incident. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration database contains numerous complaints, like one for a 2014 Wrangler stating, "Engine oil cooler housing leaked oil onto the exhaust manifold, creating smoke and fire hazard." This sentiment is echoed thousands of times on forums like jailwranglerforums.com and in Jeep communities. The issue is the factory oil cooler housing, made of plastic, which becomes brittle over time due to heat cycles. It cracks, leading to rapid oil loss. Chrysler itself has acknowledged this with Technical Service Bulletin 18-001-21, which outlines the procedure for replacing the faulty oil cooler and housing assembly. If you catch a small leak early, you're looking at $1,200 to $2,000 for the repair, as it's a labor-intensive job. Ignore the drips and the low oil pressure warning, and you could be replacing a seized engine to the tune of $7,000 to $10,000. At number 14, we have Kia, a brand that has built its reputation on value and long warranties. But for many owners of vehicles with the Theta 2 GDI engine, like the Sorento, Sportage, and Optima, that value has been overshadowed by a terrifying risk: catastrophic engine failure due to connecting rod bearing seizure. This is perhaps one of the most documented engine issues in the modern automotive era. It led to a massive class action lawsuit and a multi-million vehicle recall. On sites like carcomplaints.com, this issue is labeled as a severe pattern. The cause is often linked to manufacturing debris left in the engine that blocks oil flow to critical bearings, causing them to spin and destroy the engine, sometimes without any warning. If you're under the massive recall or your car qualifies for the warranty extension, you might get a new engine for free. Outside of that, you are facing a $500 to $800 bill for a full engine replacement. Kia owners who've been through this, was the warranty process a smooth salvation or a bureaucratic nightmare? And for those looking to buy a used Kia, does this massive black mark on an otherwise great value make you walk away? Coming in at number 13 is Mazda, the brand that promises a touch of driving joy. And for the most part, they deliver. But for owners of the popular Mazda 3 and Mazda 6 from the 2010s, that joy can be literally rusted away by a problem you'd expect from decades ago: premature rust and corrosion of the rear quarter panels and fenders. A search on Mazda 3 Revolution forums or Reddits r/Mazda3 reveals thousands of posts with near-identical photos of bubbling paint and brown rust erupting just ahead of the rear wheels. While not always the subject of a formal TSB for corrosion, the sheer volume of user-generated content points to a systemic issue, potentially related to moisture traps or insufficient corrosion protection in the wheel arch seams. A proper repair, cutting out the rusted metal, welding in new panels, and repainting, is incredibly expensive, ranging from $1,500 to $3,000 per side. Many owners resort to temporary patches, but the rust almost always returns. Alright, Mazda community, this one is for you. We see your posts and pictures. Is this premature rust Mazda's biggest unaddressed flaw? Or are we making a mountain out of a molehill? If you're already seeing a pattern here and you're learning something new about the brands you see every day, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We are just getting started, and the problems we're about to reveal in part 2, the costly and controversial patterns, will absolutely shock you. Also, let us know in the comments right now, which brand are you most surprised by so far? Jeep, Kia, or Mazda? At number 12, we have Subaru, the brand that built a cult following on safety and all-weather capability. But for owners of the 2.5L EJ25 engine found in older Outbacks and Foresters, there's one phrase that sends a chill down their spine: head gasket failure. This is arguably the most infamous issue on our list so far. It's so well known it's become a meme. The data on carcomplaints.com shows a massive, undeniable spike in complaints for this exact issue, often occurring between 90,000 and 150,000 miles. Subaru itself extended the warranty on this specific repair for certain model years and even issued Technical Service Bulletin 02-106-07, addressing updated head gasket designs and coolant conditioner to mitigate the issue. This is a major engine-out service. The repair cost is consistently $2,000 to $3,500. Subaru loyalists, we have to know, does the legendary AWD and practicality of your car make you willing to overlook this massive, predictable repair, or do you feel let down by a brand known for its engineering? Rounding out part 1 at number 11 is Audi, the pinnacle of German luxury and tech for many. But beneath the beautiful interiors and sharp lines of models like the A4, F5, and Q5 lies a ticking time bomb that is anything but premium. Massive, chronic oil consumption in the 2.0L TFSI A888 Gen 1 engine. The owner forums, especially on Audi World and AudiZine, are filled with threads titled Oil Consumption Test that are hundreds of pages long. The problem stems from faulty piston ring design that allows excessive oil to pass into the combustion chamber. Audi was forced to address this with a massive internal program, often referred to as a customer satisfaction campaign, and Technical Service Bulletin January 13th, 01. The NHTSA database also reflects this, with complaints like one for a 2011 A4 stating the vehicle consumes a quart of oil every 600 miles. Dealer states this is normal. If Audi covers it under their program, you might pay little to nothing. If you're outside that window, you are staring down a $4,000 to $6,000 engine teardown to replace the pistons and rings. Audi owners, what has been your experience? Was the dealership helpful in solving this? Or did they dismiss your luxury car's thirst for oil as normal operation? And that concludes part 1 of our investigation. We've seen plastic oil coolers on rugged Jeeps, self-destructing Kia engines, rusting Mazdas, leaky Subarus, and oil-guzzling Audis. Remember, this is just the beginning. Now, the conversation is yours. We want to hear your stories, your arguments, and your facts in the comments below. Stay tuned for part 2, where we dive into brands 10 through 6. The problems get more complex, the debates get more intense, and the costs climb even higher. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in part 2.
Welcome back. In part 1, we exposed the surprisingly common issues, the flaws you might not see coming until it's almost too late. But now, we're entering new territory. The stakes are higher, the repair bills get steeper, and the debates, they get downright fiery. This is part 2, the costly and controversial patterns. We're counting down brands 10 through 6, where the problems aren't just inconvenient, they're wallet-busting and have sparked lawsuits, massive recalls, and divided entire fan bases. Buckle up. Kicking off part 2 at number 10 is Nissan, a brand that promised reliability for the masses. But for a huge number of owners with vehicles like the Rogue, Altima, and Sentra, that promise has been shattered by one single, terrifying acronym, CVT. The JATCO Continuously Variable Transmission Failure. This is one of the most widely documented transmission failures in automotive history. The NHTSA has thousands of complaints. One for a 2014 Rogue states, transmission failed without warning, vehicle shuddered violently, and lost all power on the highway. Nissan has been sued in multiple class action lawsuits, leading to extended warranties. Technical Service Bulletin NTB 14-039B is just one of many addressing CVT judder and overheat protection mode. A new CVT unit from the dealer can run $4,000 to $8,000. Many cars aren't worth that much, turning a minor shudder into a death sentence for the vehicle. Nissan owners, we have to ask the hard question: has Nissan's CVT crisis permanently broken your trust in the brand? Or do the extended warranties make it a risk you're willing to accept? At number 9, we have BMW, the ultimate driving machine. But for owners of models with the N20, N55, and B58 engines, that ultimate experience often includes a ritual as German as Oktoberfest, replacing plastic cooling system components. Forum threads on Bimmerpost and E90 post with titles like "The Great Coolant System Overhaul" are viewed millions of times. BMW itself has issued numerous TSBs, like SI the 110516, which details the replacement of the electric water pump, a common failure point. The data on RepairPal consistently shows higher than average repair costs for BMW, heavily weighted by cooling system failures. A water pump and thermostat job will set you back $1,200 to $2,500. If the plastic charge pipe explodes under boost, add another $800 to $1,500. Ignore a small leak and you'll be replacing a warped cylinder head for $7,000 plus. BMW enthusiasts, is this just the cost of performance that true gearheads understand and budget for, or is it an unforgivable engineering compromise on a so-called premium product? Coming in at number 8 is Hyundai, Kia's corporate cousin. And just like its sibling, it shares in a dark legacy. For owners of the Theta 2 GDI engine in Sonatas and Tucsons, the problem is identical and just as severe: catastrophic engine failure from connecting rod bearing seizure. The US government investigated this, leading to a $137 million settlement with the NHTSA. This is on top of a recall of over 4 million vehicles. Hyundai's own Technical Service Bulletin 20-01-033H outlines the engine replacement procedure. If you're covered by the recall, it might be $0. If you're not, or you're the second owner and miss the fine print, you're facing a total engine replacement costing $5,000 to $9,000. Hyundai owners, this is the elephant in the room. Does the company's effort to make things right with recalls balance the scales, or does the sheer scale of this failure make it impossible for you to ever recommend a Hyundai to a friend? Let's pause right here. We're talking about transmissions that fail on the highway, engines that self-destruct, and repair bills that can total a car. If this deep dive into the data is saving you from a financial nightmare, then you need to be subscribed. We're fighting for the consumer with every video. Hit that subscribe button and the bell, because in just a moment, we're revealing the problems with brands 7 and 6, and they're the most controversial yet. Let us know below, which is the bigger sin, Nissan Sieve T or Hyundai's Theta 2 engine. Now, back to the fire. At number 7, we have Volkswagen, a brand of the people, famous for the GTI and Jetta. But for owners of the TSI engines found in countless models, there's a part so infamous it has its own nickname, the plastic water pump impeller. The evidence is in the thousands of forum posts on BW Vortex and dedicated Facebook groups. Technical Service Bulletin 2035177/3 addresses leaks and failures for the EA888 Gen 3 water pump. RepairPal data consistently flags the water pump as a high-frequency, high-cost repair for VW models. Replacing the water pump and thermostat is a $1,000 to $1,800 job. If you ignore the temperature warning and overheat the engine, you're looking at head gasket or total engine failure, pushing the bill to $4,000 to $7,000. VW fans, you're a passionate bunch. Do you see this as a simple maintenance item to be proactively replaced, or is it a fundamental design flaw that tarnishes an otherwise brilliant driving experience?
And now, at number 6, we have an American legend, Ford, the best-selling truck for decades. But for owners of the F-150 and Explorer with the 10-speed 10R80 automatic transmission, that smooth, confident reputation has been shaken by a problem you can feel: harsh shifting, shuddering, and erratic gear hunting. The NHTSA database is filling up with complaints for the 10R80. One for a 2018 F-150 reads, "Transmission slams into gear, jerks violently, and hunts for gears on the highway." Ford itself has issued a cascade of technical service bulletins trying to solve this. including TSB 23 to 2154 harsh engagement. A software update might be a few $100s. A valve body replacement runs $1,500 to $3,000. A full transmission replacement in a brand new F-150 that can easily soar past $8,000 to $12,000. Ford truck owners, the most loyal in the world. Is this 10-speed transmission issue just a character trait of a complex modern truck? Or is it the one problem that has you seriously considering the competition for the first time? And that is where we'll end part 2. We've crossed into a new tier of problems, from self-destructing transmissions and engines to cooling systems built to fail. The controversies are real and the costs are brutal. The debate is live. We've thrown down the gauntlet on Nissan, BMW, Hyundai, Volkswagen, and Ford. It's your turn. Tell us your story, defend your brand, or share your horror show in the comments. But this is not the end. We have saved the top 5 for last. In our final part, we will reveal the most iconic, most trusted, and best-selling brands in the world, and the one shocking problem they don't want you to know about. You do not want to miss the conclusion.
We've journeyed through the surprisingly common and navigated the costly and controversial. Now, we reach the summit, the final 5. These are not just car brands, they're institutions. They are the benchmarks for reliability, symbols of American muscle, pioneers of the electric future, and the pinnacle of luxury. But what happens when the icons themselves have a crack in their foundation? When the very thing you trust most has a secret weakness? This is part 3, the iconic but flawed legends. Let's finish this. At number 5, we have Mercedes-Benz. The name alone evokes a sense of unparalleled engineering and luxury. But for owners of many modern Mercedes, like the C-Class and E-Class, that sense of perfection is often interrupted by a plague of malfunctioning electronic systems and sensor failures, often nicknamed Christmas tree dash syndrome. The problem isn't the engine or transmission, it's the nervous system. The NHTSA database contains numerous complaints about random warning lights for everything from headlights to driver assistance systems. Forum threads on mbwrld.org with titles like "Endless Electrical Gremlins" span hundreds of pages. The issue stems from the immense complexity of the systems and the sensitivity of the sensors. Technical Service Bulletin LI 54.10 P069932 addresses issues with the steering column module, a common culprit, but it's just one of hundreds. Diagnosing a single electrical gremlin can cost $200 to $500 in diagnostic fees alone. Replacing a control module can easily run $1,500 to $3,000. Mercedes owners, you paid a premium for perfection. When your luxury sedan is haunted by electronic ghosts, does it shatter the illusion, or is it a price you're willing to pay for being on the cutting edge? At number 4, it's an American workhorse, Chevrolet, the brand of the rugged Silverado and dependable Tahoe. But for owners of their V8, powered trucks and SUVs, there's a problem that strikes at the heart of their active lifestyle: the lifter failure in the 5.3L and 6.2L Ecotec 3V8 engines with active fuel management. The NHTSA has thousands of complaints. One for a 2021 Silverado states, engine began misfiring and lost power. Dealer diagnosed collapsed lifter. GM has issued multiple technical service bulletins, including TSB 22, NA 209, which outlines the replacement of the entire lifter set and often the camshaft. Online communities like the GM Trucks Forum are filled with detailed guides on AFM delete procedures to permanently solve the problem. Replacing lifters and the camshaft typically costs $4,000 to $7,000. Driving on a collapsed lifter can send metal debris throughout the engine, necessitating a full replacement for over $10,000. Chevy truck owners, the backbone of America, is GM's active fuel management the biggest misstep in modern truck history, or is it a necessary evil for fuel economy that you're willing to fix? Breaking into the top 3 is Honda, a brand that has built a near-spotless reputation on bulletproof reliability. But even Honda has a crack in its armor. For owners of the brilliant but problematic 1.5L turbo engine in the Civic and CR-V, that crack is a major one. Chronic oil dilution from fuel contaminating the engine oil. Honda was forced to address a massive public outcry. They issued Technical Service Bulletin 18-141, which included a software update to alter the engine's warm-up cycle. The data on carcomplaints.com shows a clear cluster of complaints for this specific issue. Thousands of reports on civichex.com detail the telltale sign, a strong gasoline smell on the oil dipstick. The software update is often free, but if ignored, the diluted oil loses its lubricating properties, leading to premature wear on bearings, the turbocharger, and other internal components. A turbo replacement can cost $2,000 plus, and a bottom-end engine failure can reach $6,000 plus. Honda loyalists, this was a crisis of faith. Did Honda's response and the software fix restore your confidence in the brand? Or did the mere existence of this problem in a Honda engine permanently tarnish its golden reputation for you? We are in the final stretch. We've just revealed major flaws in a Mercedes, a Chevy, and even the untouchable Honda. If you've made it this far, you understand that no brand is immune. If you believe in holding these giants accountable, you need to be part of this community. Subscribe right now. What we reveal in the final 2 spots will define this entire investigation. Let us know below, who do you think takes the top spot? At number 2, the pioneer of the electric revolution, Tesla, a brand that redefined a car. But for all its innovation, it has a foundational issue that traditional manufacturers solved decades ago: poor build quality and body integrity. YouTube is filled with Tesla delivery day videos where owners find misaligned panels, gaping trim pieces, and interior rattles. Data from Bloomberg and Consumer Reports has consistently highlighted these issues, leading to lower reliability scores. The NHTSA also lists complaints about trim pieces detaching at highway speeds. If caught at delivery, Tesla will often fix it for free. If discovered later, you're at the mercy of their service center. Repairing a water leak or realigning a door can be a time-consuming, costly process, with bills easily running into the thousands if out of warranty. Tesla owners, you bought into the future. Does the revolutionary tech and performance make you completely overlook the panel gaps and rattles? Or do you feel shortchanged on the basic quality you'd expect from any car, let alone a premium one? And here it is. Number 1, the brand synonymous with reliability, the king of resale value, the one you recommend to your family without a second thought, Toyota. But our investigation concludes with a revelation about the world's most trusted car company. For owners of many modern Toyotas with direct injection engines, like the Camry and RAV4, there is a silent killer: severe carbon buildup on the intake valves. Unlike older port-injected engines where fuel cleans the valves, direct injection sprays fuel directly into the cylinder, leaving the intake valves exposed to hot, dirty oil vapors. This carbon slowly chokes the engine. The data is in the technical papers from SAE International. Technical Service Bulletin TTT 2018-001 in Japan addresses cleaning procedures. Forum discussions on Toyota Nation are filled with users reporting this exact issue and performing costly walnut blasting to clean the valves. A professional walnut blasting service typically costs $600 to $1,200. Toyota owners, this is the ultimate test of faith. Is this carbon buildup just a routine maintenance item for a modern engine, or is it the first sign that Toyota's legendary bulletproof reliability is finally succumbing to the complexity of modern emissions and efficiency standards? There you have it, from 15 to 1. A journey through the unavoidable flaws in the automotive landscape. We've proven that no brand, no matter how prestigious or trusted, is perfect. This is where you take control. You are now armed with data. You can go into your next car purchase with your eyes wide open. You can spot the early warning signs. The conversation does not end here. It begins. We want to hear it all. Your stories, your arguments, your agreements, and your disagreements. Let us know in the comments which common problem shocked you the most. If this deep dive brought you value, empowered you as a consumer, and maybe even saved you from a future financial nightmare, then support our mission to bring truth to the automotive world. Like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more investigations that put the power back in your hands. This is Car Care Talks. Stay informed and drive safe. Car Care Talks. Subscribe for more truth.